Hello and welcome to another All the Mod 6 tutorial. Today we're going to be covering Mana and Artifice. To start, we're going to cover mana weaving altar recipes. These are very different than most recipes. So you can see here we need 6 rotten flesh and some bone ash to make leather. The thing that's pretty easy to miss, or at least was for me, are these symbols down here. For this recipe we just need Orbeus, which is a circle. We just need to make a circle. So the way this is going to work is we're going to put 6 rotten flesh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and a bone ash into a mana weaving altar. And then we're going to get out our mana weaver's wand. We're going to draw a circle or something like it. And there you go. You can see the recipe has worked. Then you just right click on it and you get your leather. Now the reason why I'm starting here instead of with the Codex Arcana is because the Codex Arcana is useful, but it doesn't necessarily cover what you really need. I don't know. It's kind of clunky in my opinion. We have all these tabs here on the side, and these are for the various aspects of Mana and Artifice. It doesn't really give any indication of where to get started. The Oculus can help with that. This says that we need to complete 8 of the 10 tasks to advance to the next tier. Then we have tier 1 sorcery, tier 1 rituals, tier 1 mana weaving patterns, tier 1 mana weaving crafting, and there's nothing for tier 1 in anything else. It took me a while to figure a lot of this out, so I hope that by making this tutorial I'm going to save you some time here. The basics are really going to be making spells and things of that nature, so I'm going to take you through spell crafting because that seems to be the easiest way to get started and to actually be doing things. First thing that you're going to need is leather and water in a cauldron. Once you've crafted leather on your mana weaving altar, you're going to bring it over to a cauldron full of water, or any water block. It works better with a cauldron. I think you double the output. And then you're going to get your vellum, and you're going to want to stick that into your inscription table, along with some Arcanus ink. This is how we're going to start getting to crafting spells. In the inscription table, you're going to need Arcanus ink, vellum, and arcane ash. Here you can see the mana cost, complexity, and resource cost of making a spell. And you can just click on touch or self, and then you can click on any of these items down here to decide which one you're going to use. If we go touch and fire damage, then we can see all the stats for duration and damage and delay and range, and then we can see the mana cost. We can also see the required reagents. I haven't quite worked out exactly how this works yet, but these are the things that you need to have in your inventory to be able to cast this spell. I've already made one of those, spell, touch, fire damage, and we'll go ahead and make a new one so that I can show you what happens when we use it for the first time. So we hold the scroll in our main hand. When we right click, it's going to ask us to name the spell and select an icon. So let's just make this one different. Then you can just press escape and there you go. Now you have a fire damage spell. All right, and let's check the list of reagents real quick here. Vintium dust. So apparently with this spell at least, just having one of the items in our inventory is enough to cast it. If I drop this, it'll still allow me to cast it. It seems to be pretty inconsistent. That's why I'm struggling with that. You don't always have to have the reagents in your inventory to be able to cast it, apparently. I'm not exactly certain how that works. But anyways, that's the basics of making a spell and casting it with Mana and Artifice. From there, you would move on to rituals, I suppose, and those are going to get quite a lot more complicated, so I'm not going to cover them in this video because this is just meant to be a basics tutorial. I hope that this video has helped you in some way. If you have a question, leave it in the comments down below. If you've benefited from today's video, I really would appreciate it if you'd like and comment. It helps me out a lot. It helps YouTube's algorithm decide to show my video to more people who are looking for help with Mana and Artifice. And either way, I hope that you have a great rest of the day. And take care and bye-bye.